to Joshua Shively, but the Ranger defense is there to stop it short, and that's going to leave our score 15-12 with 5:59 left to go in the first half.
Credit there to Moore, coach. The ball was thrown out to his side. He shed his block. He made contact at the 3-yard line. The other Rangers were able to come in, swarm in, make the tackle, and keep him out of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So, like you said, coach, we are 15-12 with 5:59 to go here in the first half, and start of the game was kind of defensive, and now we're back and forth with the offense. Coach, what's changed?
We've
What's
had
changed?
3 possessions in a row here, touchdowns. Lake City 2 of them, and sandwiched around a touchdown from the Rangers. But I like what I'm seeing from the Rangers tonight. They did not let the loss get them down last week. They've come to play. It's a whole new season with the Highland Conference, and they're playing toe-to-toe with this Lake City team.
Yeah, coach, I'm impressed with what I'm seeing, and I hope that the Rangers here can put an extended drive together, wear down Lake City's defense going into the second half, and put a drive together, coach, and get some points on the board just as time's expiring. We're going to get the ball back here at the second half. So Rangers can put some points on the board before halftime and come out and get the ball again, coach, when it's time for halftime to be over. The Rangers will be receiving on the start of the third quarter.
Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly. This is a big drive right here. Keep that lead going into halftime. And Lake City tries an onside kick, but Manton is all over it. So Rangers going to have a good field position here on this drive.
51 yards to go. Rangers will have it. Going right to left here on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. We're coming in.
I think just a case there, maybe trying to catch the Rangers by surprise.
Right.
But didn't work. Rangers with the ball, 1st and 10. Spread formation.
I think maybe some of our good returns too, coach. They're thinking that we've been doing some returning and stuff.
Helsel looking for the pass. He's got it. Caleb Moore down near the 35-yard line of Lake City, and that's going to be a first down. Helsel to Moore. Gain of 15 on the pass play.
Coach,
start off a drive.
Yeah, and if you give Helsel time, he's just going to stand back there and pick you apart. I mean, you can't. I mean, that's what the Rangers are after right now.
Hand off to Jacob Hahn this time, trying to weave his way through the center. Maybe gets a yard, if that. Looks like they're going to make it line of scrimmage, so no gain, 2nd and 10.
I like to see this. I like seeing this from Solani too, coach. No matter how well our passing game is, still committed to the run, trying to set up the run, just keeping everybody honest so I keep their defense the same.
Helsel back to pass, looking to his right, throws it long, and ball batted around by the receiver and defender, falls incomplete, intended for Caleb Moore. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Another good pass out there. Moore was out there on a defender that was bigger than him, coach, and the defender was actually able to go up above him and knock that ball down. So, but a good pass from Helsel, and we are really whipping the ball down the field. So it's good to see the Rangers coming out firing, and we need to pick up some yards here, coach. I think we might be four down territory, and let's get some yards here.
Fake handoff to Hahn, spin back to the right side, pass completed to Isaac Radin, but smelled out pretty well by that Lake City defense. Nice fake from Helsel, going to Hahn. Used to call that a spinner pass years ago. Spun her back to his right, and short gain on the play of 2. It'll be 4th and long.
Coach, we got 8 yards to go here for a first down. It'd be nice if the Rangers can pick this up and continue this drive. We've only been doing this drive for about a minute, and we would like a sustained drive.
Helsel straight back, looking deep down the right sideline, up for grabs. And ball just batted down by the Lake City defender. But in the backfield, there is a penalty flag. Looks like it'll be against the Rangers.
It is. It'll be declined.
It is holding. They'll decline it, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs.
Coach, I would like to give a point out on that defense for Lake City there. You had number 8 out there playing defense, Tyler McGinnis. The ball was thrown by Helsel down deep to about the 10 or 12-yard line. And what happened was McGinnis actually went up and knocked the ball down instead of trying to intercept it because he knew that it was 4th down for his team. So
he didn't
now
try
they
to pick it off.
Right, now they get the ball to 35 versus the 10. So the down marker is wrong on the far side of the field, so we're going to have a 1st and 10 here for the Trojans.
Hand off to Marion, trying to sweep around the left side, and just through brute strength carries 2 or 3 Rangers with him. out to the 42-yard line. That was all Marion on that one.
Yeah, same thing that we're seeing on our return, on our kickoff and our kickoff coverage, coach, is that we're getting to the guys. We're just not wrapping up. So we're trying to do some arm tackling out there, and you're not going to bring Marion down a lot like last week, the Huff kid. You're not going to bring him down with just arm tackle.
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. Lake City. Time at the 4-minute mark here of the second quarter. 15-12. Manton on top. From the shotgun. Bisbal takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Marion, keeps it himself this time, and Ranger defense held strong. A little bit of a loss on the play. In fact, a loss back to the 40. We'll say a loss of 1 on the play.
McGrew, coach, like I kept saying, the 5'10 senior in the middle at 185 pounds is holding his own out there, coach, and really clogging up the middle. Manton and Lake City has not been able to run up the middle. Everything's been done outside or through the air.
3rd down and 3 for Lake City. I think that's Bisbal just moving to the sideline, Jordan.
Who's coming in quarterback?
Bisbal is at the sideline.
Everybody's in the huddle. I can't see.
We'll see if we can see who's taking his spot. But big play here. 3rd and 3. 3 receivers wide to the right. Single
Lake
receiver
City
left. And Lake City takes a timeout. With a change there in personnel, looks like number 8, Tyler McGinnis, might have been lining up at quarterback. We'll check it next time they come back. But Lake City took a timeout, probably especially because Bisbal went out, Jordan. Had to do some rearranging, and Coach Smith probably didn't like what he saw.
Yeah, and they were having some communication errors. They had 3 guys coming out on this side of the field, coach, and like you had mentioned, they got a fresh quarterback coming in, and I did not see what happened to Bisbal, so we'll see if he comes back. And right now we're going to take a timeout. There's 2:57 left in the second quarter. Rangers are still up 15-12. And they're faced with a 3rd and short right now. 3rd and about 4.
I think this defensive stand right now is huge for the Rangers. I think it's really important that Manton goes into halftime with a lead tonight.
Oh, yeah. I would agree.
Not have Lake City come back on them. Manton has led the entire first half. They jumped out first with a safety at the end of the first quarter. Then they scored a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff within a minute, under a minute left in that first quarter. And then they've kind of traded scores here in the second quarter, but the Rangers are up 15-12. Stay with us at halftime tonight. We'll go over the first half stats. We'll give you a recap of the scoring. And we also have a special guest joining us tonight. Superintendent of Manton Schools, Len Morrow, is going to come in, and we'll share some time with Len, talk about the situations at Manton right now. Back to pass. Ball heaved out there and just batted away by Lane Helsel. Boy, I'd like to see him turn and pick that one off. It looked like he had a chance, but did knock it down. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
It appeared to me, Coach, that he was looking like he was going to run under the ball, and it was a little bit farther than he thought. And so he couldn't quite get to it. So he turned into, just like we seen a little bit ago, just knock the ball down and make sure the other guy can't get it. Because the other guy did have a step on him. Who was that running out there? Bukovic?
Yes.
So we do got Bisbal coming back in the game. So he had to set his one play, and he did that. And now we got 4th and short. Lake City is not lining up for the punt.
Big 4th down play. Ball on their own 41-yard line. Rangers would have great position. Here's the pass over the middle, and caught by Marion just across midfield, and that's going to give Lake City a 1st down. Big 4th down pass play from Bisbal to Marion. Give him a gain of 10 on the play, and Lake City has a 1st down on the Manton 49-yard line.
Gain of 10. Manton was in full man-to-man there, Coach, and they didn't have anybody over the middle there when he come on that slant. He didn't have any secondary help.
Here's a snap. Bisbal looking deep. Left side, passes out there, overthrown, incomplete. Helsel defending. McGinnis had inside position, but ball just a little bit deep will bring up 2nd down.
Coach, they're really testing Helsel out here tonight on the defensive end. I don't know if I'm starting to think that they're maybe testing him because he's got to come back out and play both sides of the ball. They got him running all over the field, and now he's got to come out and play both sides of the ball. So but he hasn't allowed one completion yet on his watch. So
Spread formation, 2nd and 10. Bisball and shotgun, takes a snap. Running around, looks over the middle, and pass. Batted away, and going to get the flag. Looked like a good defensive play from Caleb Moore defending Butkovich, but the flag came in, and interference call will go against the Rangers. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
well, Coach, that was really good defense.
Caleb went from behind the receiver with his right hand, batted that ball away, but they said he went through him a little bit too much in order to do that. So Lake City's going to have it 1st and 10 on the Manton 34-yard line. Manton up 15-12 over Lake City. 2:27 left to go in the first half. From the shotgun again. Low snap. Ball's on the ground, and the Rangers are going to get a penalty call. The ball was on the ground. Bisball fell on top of it, and the Rangers came in and hit Bisball when he was on the ground. Going to get a personal foul call. Wow. So from what would have been a 5-yard loss on the snap is going to be positive yardage for Lake City.
So we've had 2 penalties. The first penalty I don't agree with. That was a bang play, good defense by Moore. That one, Coach, once the quarterback is down on the ground, it's dead ball, correct?
Yes.
He's down on the ground. So that late hit there is a personal foul penalty on the Rangers. And I believe the penalty came in on Noah Miles, and he took a lashing from Coach Solani on the sidelines after that play.
They got to switch these yardsticks around.
Yeah, they got.
Lake City's going left to right. We got to switch the sticks around on the far side. They've got them pointing in the wrong direction. It's going to be 1st down, Lake City.
We can't run everything.
On their own 25-yard line, but chain crew's got to switch around on the far side.
I think they might still be trying to figure out as to.
Or is it the 1st down? It should be 1st down, a personal foul. Now they're going to get it. And the officials are moving the chain gang.
So we got 1st and 10 on the 25.
2:21 left to go. Again, we talked about the importance here of keeping Lake City out of the end zone going into halftime. They got 25 yards to go. We'll see if the Rangers can do it. Here's the snap. Bisball back, being chased. Gets away from the first tackler, but he's brought down for a loss of 7 by the Ranger defense. Great penetration that time by the Rangers.
Fumble in the backfield,
and
Coach.
There's a fumble. There's a fumble. It's Ranger football. After the pile was uncovered, Manton actually has the ball after a loss of 7.
So a loss of 7, 1st and 10 for the Rangers with 2:10 to go here in the first half, Coach. They're going to have it 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. And Rangers are coming in, trotting in on the offensive end. And that's exactly what the Rangers needed right there.
Oh, perfect. From their own 32, 1st and 10. Helsel in the shotgun. Hands off on a jet sweep to Radin. Try and get around to the left end. Gets by a couple defenders. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 31. So a lot of running for really no gain. It's going to be about the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
He actually, Coach, avoided a loss there in the backfield.
Yes, he did.
One of Lake City's guys was in there. We got some penalty on
we
got
in the center.
We got a flag on the field.
Flag. Officials will sort it out.
Chop block. I don't know.
That's exactly what it is, Jordan. Good call. Penalty against the Rangers. 15-12. Manton on top. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. So yardage being walked back all the way to the 17-yard line. Where Manton still has it. 1st down. But now 1st and 25. In the shotgun. Helsel's got it. Dropping straight back. Looking deep. Got a receiver. Moore picked off right at midfield. That's number 1, Bradley Seeger with the return, interception and return for Lake City. Ball was batted in the air, and Seeger got it on the rebound. There is a penalty flag at the 25. Gonna have to do a little sorting out on this one. What'd you see, Jordan?
I seen Hurricane Doreen come right through there and wipe that whole entire play out. I know we overthrew the guy and they intercepted it, and then they returned it. Now we've got a penalty. Now we're moving the chains. It's getting wild.
It's a penalty against Lake City, but
after the interception is my guess.
It may have been after the interception, so Lake City would keep the ball. Still looking to sort this thing out. The officials are also.
Looks like the penalty flag was thrown around the 25-yard line, Coach. So if this is a personal foul penalty, which I believe is what we have coming, it should be 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the Rangers 40.
Yeah, it looked like an unsportsmanlike call. Lake City's breaking out of the huddle, but the officials haven't even set the ball yet. Now, official with the ball at the 40. That's the Manton 40. Now he turns around, but they're going to place it at the 40. It'll be first down, Lake City on the Manton 40-yard line. Here we're ready to go. Back ball under center. Hands off to Marion off left tackle. Defense is there for a short gain this time. Gain of a couple for Ben Marion. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
I'm okay with that, Coach. It's a run play. The clock is still running.
Clock continues to run. 1:39 left to go in the first half. 15-12. Manton on top over Lake City. Lake City huddling up. Appear to be in no hurry. Save a little time on the clock. It's been a strange last minute or two, I should say. A lot of things going on the field. Under center, I formation behind Bisbal. Takes a snap. Rolls to his right. Ooh, got a receiver out there. Completed at the 25. To the 20. Down near the 15 is number 2, Taylor Butkovich. The completion from Bisbal. That's going to be a 25-yard pickup for Lake City on the pass play.
Yeah, missed coverage there by the Rangers. Appeared to be a missed coverage anyway.
Yeah, he was wide open out there on the right side. 1st and 10, Lake City from the 15. Clock running under a minute now. 55 seconds left to go. First quarter. Rolling to his left is Bisbal. Now being chased. Got some running room right up the center of the field. Down near the 5 before he's brought down. And really, that's going to be very close to first down yardage. We'll see. We'll see what the officials have to say. Might be a measurement. We've got the clock stopped with 34 seconds.
Because we have a penalty back here in the backfield.
There is a flag down. And it is against the Trojans, which certainly doesn't hurt the Ranger cause here in the last minute of play in the first half. 15-12, Manton on top. They have led the entire first half. It would certainly be nice to go into halftime maintaining that lead, not surrendering it in the last few seconds.
It would be nice, especially because we get the ball back.
So Rangers will get the ball, start the third quarter. Exactly right, Jordan. So the ball is spotted at the 31-yard line. First and 25 for Lake City. Spread formation. Bisbal with the ball. Hands off. Coming off right side, right tackle. Marion keeps his feet. And still turning his way down the sideline, the right sideline, inside the 15-yard line. Just could not bring him down.
All that was Marion there, Coach.
Yep.
15 yards after contact.
We got an 18-yard pickup. 18-yard pickup on the run. And Lake City calls a timeout. We just have 15 seconds left to go in the first half. The ball is at the 14-yard line of the Rangers. we'll keep it right here with just 15 seconds left to go. Big 15 seconds, Jordan.
Yeah, it is going to be a big 15 seconds, Coach. If you're Kyle Smith, what do you got going right now, Coach? They think they've got one timeout left, maybe. So maybe time for 2 more plays, Coach, with that timeout. So maybe even more than that. If we get an incomplete pass, they'll stop the clock again.
They have been pretty balanced tonight, which Coach Smith likes to do, and I could see him going either way. Marion's been churning up some big yards on the carry, but yet Bisball's been finding some receivers. So either way they go would not surprise me at this point. But team's back out on the field. As Jordan said, we'll get a couple plays here in probably before halftime. And Lake City with the football, 2nd down and 9 to go. Bisball in shotgun, spread formation. Low snap, comes up with it, looks deep, hauled out there, and...
Caught by Raiden.
Who's got the football?
Raiden caught it.
Raiden has it. There's a penalty flag.
It's an interception.
They are calling interception by Isaac Raiden in the end zone.
Depending on the penalty.
In Manton's direction for the ball, but there's another penalty flag.
Roughing the passer.
Against the Rangers. Oh, my goodness. So Lake City's going to have great field position. We've got 8 seconds left to go in the first half. Ball is at the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Still have time for probably a couple plays, depending on what the plays are. But, boy, penalties have hurt Manton here a couple times tonight. They've had Lake City stopped on this drive a couple of times, but penalties keep it alive. Here's the snap. Little reverse.
Oh!
And Rangers were in the face of the passer. And Rangers come up with the interception at the 10-yard line. A little razzle-dazzle there from Lake City, Jordan. Handoff was made, and they were looking for the halfback pass.
And Hahn was right there.
Right in his face was Jacob Hahn, and couldn't get anything on the ball, and the Rangers come up with the interception.
Yes, so what happened on the interception, Coach, is the side judge here had called it incomplete. We have both the back judge and the head umpire both called it a complete interception. So now the Rangers do get the ball with 4 seconds left.
I would expect us to kneel down here, and that's what Helsel does under center. And that's going to take us to the end of the first half. That's the end of the first half here from Manton in a wild last few minutes of the first half. The Rangers are on top 15-12. Don't go away. We'll be back with first half scoring recap. We'll have statistics. And we've got Manton Superintendent Len Morrow joining us also as our halftime guest. Stay with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-through coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East M115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65-cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
Manton Athletic Boosters Club is a proud supporter of the Rangers Athletics and would like to wish the best of luck to all our fall Manton Rangers sports teams. And go Rangers!
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Welcome back, everyone, to Manton Ranger football on 1071thedrive.com. This is Rick Swanson along with Jordan Shepler, where our halftime score is the Manton Rangers 15 and the Lake City Trojans 12. Let's go through a recap of the scoring for you in case you joined us late. No scoring through the first practically 10, 11 minutes of that first quarter, but then a lot happened in the final minute. Manton put the first points on the board by recording a safety against Lake City with about 1:10 left to go in that first quarter to lead it 2-0. Lake City then, of course, had to kick to the Rangers following the safety, and on the very first play, Lane Helsel hit Isaac Radin on a 46-yard touchdown pass. The kick was blocked, and with 58 seconds left to go in that first quarter, Manton was up 8-0. As we move into the second quarter, Lake City got on the board first on an 8-yard run from quarterback Hunter Bisbal. The extra point was no good, and at the 8:38 mark of the second quarter, Manton's lead was cut 8-6. But on the very next possession, it only took 4 plays for the Rangers to score, and they got it right back on a 30-yard pass to Jacob Hahn from Helsel. With 7:49 left to go in the first half. Extra point was good, and Manton was up 15-6. But then on Lake City's very next possession, it only took them 3 plays. Big scoring pass of 53 yards from Hunter Bisbal to Butkovich. Extra point was no good, and at the 5:59 mark of the second quarter, Manton led it 15-12. And a lot of action in the last 5:59, but no more points were put on the board. And that's where we're at halftime. Down on the field, the Manton Ranger Marching Band entertaining the crowd. And it is a good crowd that we've got here tonight, which you would expect from two neighbors along M42, Manton and Lake City. Let me turn it over to Jordan now with some halftime numbers.
Starting first with Lake City, Coach, on the rushing side. In the first quarter, we had 36 rushing yards for Lake City. In the second quarter, we had 43 with a total of 79 for the first half. Passing for the Trojans, they were 3 for 8 in the first quarter for 22 yards. They were 3 for 4 in the second quarter for 88 yards, totaling 6 of 12 for 110 yards. Manton on the rushing side, Coach, first quarter 29 yards, 13 rushing yards in the second quarter, totaling 42 rushing yards for the Rangers. And just like I expected, Coach, after seeing last week's game in Joburg, Manton is 4 for 9 in the first quarter for 90 yards, 4 for 5 in the second quarter for 57 yards, totaling 8 for 14 for 147 passing yards in the first half. So Manton this year, Coach, seems to me to be a little bit more of a passing team, and why not when you have Helsel throwing the ball and wide receivers who can run out underneath it and go get it.
Exactly right. Turnovers tonight. We've had, I believe, 2 turnovers apiece. And penalty-wise, Rangers have hurt themselves a couple times, Jordan, in not so much stopping their drive, but helping Lake City keep a drive going by maybe unnecessary penalties. That one where Bisbal was on the ground, which was a big 4th down play, kept the drive alive, and the
penalty
to shore up on that.
Yeah, and if we can clean that up and get some tackling on our special teams, Coach. One thing I would like to point out is our defense is if we're committing penalties, our defense is actually helping us out in some different situations as well. You know, we have some penalties on the defensive end as far as some stuff that we need to button up, but when we've always said, you know, this is where the Rangers need to stop or this is what we need to take care of, the Rangers are stepping up. They're getting in the backfield. They're able to, you know, force the ball, get some fumbles and interceptions and some stuff like that. So different game than last week.
It is a very entertaining ball game, that's for sure, and it's going to be a great second half. At least it promises to be. Want to pass along the JV result from last night. Last week, the Manton Ranger JV team got off to a great start, shutting out Joburg 31-0. But then last night, the Lake City Trojan JV team shut out the Rangers 36-0. So right now the Manton Ranger JVs are 1-1 on the season. Want to welcome in now Manton Consolidated Schools Superintendent Len Morrow. Thanks, Len, for coming up and sharing some time with us.
I appreciate you having me.
So we're going to go back and fill people in on just the path you have taken to bring yourself back to Manton. You were a 1991 graduate here at Manton High School. And I'm sure there are a few listeners out there that just aren't sure where you went. It wasn't a direct line back here to Manton. You had kind of a wayward way of getting back here, but fill people in on what happened after you graduated in 91.
Well, after I graduated, I had a wonderful opportunity to attend the best university in the world, Michigan State University, and upon completion, I had a bachelor's degree in elementary education with minors in earth science and political science, and began teaching in Lansing, Waverly in 3rd grade. After that, a couple years doing that, I was given an opportunity to return to Northern Michigan and teaching Cadillac and be their their district science meet coordinator teacher, really, and taught 3rd through 5th grade, sort of a Bill Nye science guy type of situation, and then was offered an opportunity to return home. Gladly took it, and taught in the middle school for roughly 5 years. Had the opportunity to be the high school principal following that, the elementary principal, and currently the superintendent. So.
Well, with all the experience, especially teaching, coaching, principal at different levels, I think you had a great background to become superintendent.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, it's a wonderful and honorable thing that I get to do to represent our community and give back to a community that's given so much to me.
Yeah, it was great to see you come back. So let's take a look at Manton High School this year. Do you have anything to pass along that is new for the school year? Programs, teachers, anything in the physical plant itself?
Well, we have a couple of new teachers that have joined our staff. We have Amy Peterson, who's returned to us. She'll be teaching high school special education. We also have a brand new teacher, Manisha Weber, who is down and is an elementary specials teacher for us. We're excited to have her. She's doing wonderful things with our programs. In regards of programs, we're looking at starting up a brand new robotics program in our middle school and elementary. Our high school has been very successful, and we've had great feedback with that. So we are excited to get those programs started. And physically, we've done a lot of work around the building. We've redone the surface to the high school gym, the middle school gym. We've also had done a lot of entryway work down in the elementary. So yeah, we've done quite a bit this summer. It's been pretty busy.
Now, am I right to say that there is an opening right now in PE in the school?
We do.
I saw an ad, and we could put that out there right now.
Yes, we do have a position available in the high school, middle school, a PE position. So if there is somebody out there who's qualified, you know, we'd love to have their resume.
Or maybe somebody listening right now knows someone, and they can
Exactly.
pass the word on. Let's turn our attention to the state for a moment. And it's got to be frustrating for school superintendents across the state when Congress hasn't put out their budget yet. We don't know what the per pupil allowance is going to be. How do you handle that as a superintendent?
It is frustrating. You know, we are required to have our budget done by June 30th, and we were just basically told that we really need to plan on the fact that we would not have a budget in place for October 1, and so plan accordingly. And it's very difficult to run a school, running a business if you have no idea what kind of income you have coming in for the year. And I just saw a study that 25% of the school districts in Michigan plan on laying off teachers just because they're not sure how much money they're going to have.
Exactly. So, I know we hear it in the news almost on a daily basis, and Governor Whitmer keeps saying that Congress has to get in there and pass a budget, but that doesn't help people in your position.
No,
you just don't know what's going to happen.
Not at all. Luckily, we are sitting on roughly about a 17.56% fund balance. So fiscally, we are pretty strong right now. So that's going to help us out in the situation.
What does the student population look like right now?
We're
Preliminary numbers, anyway.
Preliminary numbers, we're up about 5 district-wide. You know, we're even in the elementary to the T that we were last fall. We're down about 3 students in the high school, and we're up about 8 in the middle school.
Okay. Well, that's good. At
Yeah.
least we're not seeing any kind of drop. And I know we haven't had an official count day yet, but
Exactly.
but I would think someone in your position, you're not going to wait for a count day. You're gonna get an
we know,
idea.
and the secretaries get tired of me visiting them and asking about numbers, so they're waiting for count day to be here, so I'm not down there all the time.
You bet. Well, Len, even when I had you in class and on my sports teams years ago, you were always a great person to be around, very positive individual. And I want to now take that attitude you've always displayed and turn it to the school. I always find you at sporting events. You always attend. You're always there. You give great support. What keeps you enthused about Manton schools and Manton community?
Well, our kids. I mean, we have wonderful kids. They work hard. We have a wonderful teaching staff and support staff that really are there and put kids first. And then the community as a whole is a tremendous supporter of the school district. I can't, say again how much of an honor it is to return home and be in a place where kids come first, and no matter what. And it's just awesome. And I'm proud of we had a lot of positives that are going on in the district right now. Last Thursday, we just had the test results come out from the state. Our 3rd grade is 22 points higher than the state average in math, 19 in ELA, English language arts. Super excited about that. 4th grade, same thing, 12 points higher in both than the state average.
Excellent.
So, those are types of things that we're proud of our accomplishments. Our choir, we've only had for 2 years, got a 1 at State Festival last year. Our band, as you can hear out there,
Yes.
Great band, great kids, great instructor. They had a 1 at districts last year. So, yeah, there are just tons of positive things right now. And athletically, we're excited about our football team. Our girls are defending district champions in volleyball, and
Right.
they
Yep.
have a really strong start. And our boys and girls cross country have great numbers. We're just at Ogama Heights, and both took 2nd place trophies home. So we are really excited about the school year and the hard work of our kids, our teachers, and our staff.
Excellent, Len. Always great talking to you. I
I
appreciate you stopping in here at halftime. We are at halftime of Manton Lake City, and Manton Superintendent Len Morrow has joined us here for a halftime guest. Thank you very
I
much.
appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
You bet. 15-12, Manton Rangers leading the Lake City Trojans. The teams are back out on the field warming up, and we're going to take one quick timeout, and then we will be back for the start of the second half. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9506.
Bostic's Drugstore in Manton is your locally owned pharmacy. You can count on Mike and his professional staff to take care of all your prescription needs with a personal hometown touch. You'll get a comprehensive medication review every time you pick up a prescription. Bostic's Drugstore accepts most insurances and administers flu and shingles shots with a prescription. They're also your home for Manton Rangers and locally made Michigan apparel, plus cards, gifts, and toys. Stop into your friendly hometown pharmacy, Bostic's Drugstore, on Main Street in Manton, or call 231-824-6465.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson along with Jordan Shepler for the home opener of the Manton Rangers in this 2019 season, and the Highland Conference opener for the Manton Rangers and Lake City Trojans. Lake City in defense of their Highland Conference title of a year ago. In fact, they have won the title the last 2 years. Here at halftime, the Rangers lead Lake City 15-12 in an action-packed first half. Very entertaining first half, Jordan. And I'm sure we'll get more here in the second half. But we're about ready to get things underway, and Manton will be receiving the kickoff.
Yeah, this is what we've been looking forward to, Coach, is going into halftime with the lead, coming out, getting the kickoff. Let's build it from here. Let's get a good return, put a sustained drive together, and let's make it happen.
Well, how do we do that? What do you think the Rangers need to do, either offensive or defensive? What really strikes you?
I think right now, Coach, if the Rangers can stay the course in the first half with less self-inflicted penalties, this game's ours. I mean, we've got the lead.
Yep.
Our offense has been moving the ball. Our defense has been stopping them when we need to stop them. They're getting chunk yardage, Coach, off 15-yard penalties. So I mean, if we can be mentally tough and stay the course, same as first half, I think we should be okay.
Lake City ready to kick off to get our second half underway. Deep are Jacob Hahn and Isaac Radin this time. And here we go. Second half is underway. Ball scoots along the ground, picked up by Hahn at the 20. 25, trying to go to his left, and ran out of real estate after about an 8-yard gain. Manton will take it first down.
Good return by Hahn. Didn't try anything fancy. Got up, turned it upfield when he had the chance. And the Rangers will have it. First and 10 on their own 30, Coach. And this is where it all needs to start right here.
Here we go. Be great to
get the first drive under your
have a
belt.
sustained drive, put some points on the board, get that lead back to 2 scores. From the shotgun, Helsel takes it, handoff to Hahn, trying to go right, and dropped in the backfield back at the 25-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 4 on that first play. And second and long. Well, not what you want on the first play. But you got time to recover.
Jacob Rosecrans, number 71 for the Trojans, Coach. It's a big guy on that line out there, and he's making some moves up there, pushing up front. So
spread formation for the Rangers on second down. Helsel in the shotgun, and maybe Coach Solani didn't like the way things were setting up, but we've got a timeout taken on the field here after the first play of the second half.
That's not
didn't
always,
like something.
That's not always good when you're just coming out of halftime, Coach.
But didn't like an alignment or something. I'm sure Solani didn't want to take a chance and run something with people in the wrong spots or maybe undecided on what they were going to do.
Especially being behind the sticks, too. You know, you're behind the sticks. You got a 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14 coming up. And, you know, if you're behind the sticks, that's not the time to take the chance and run something when you're not certain.
No, you certainly want everybody on the same page. Just getting second half underway here from Manton tonight, 15-12. Rangers are on top over Lake City. They have led the entire ball game after they scored the first points of the game, a 2-point safety. Well, here we go. Spread formation, shotgun. Helsel takes a snap. On a reverse to Radin, trying to get around the right side, and he's dropped for a big loss. Lake City was there. They protected the reverse and basically waiting for him, dropped him back inside the 15 at the 14.
Fernando Pena, a senior from the Trojans, stayed home on his side. The play was going away from him originally. When it came back around to his side, he was there, Coach, and he put a lick on Radin and dropped him for a big loss of 10-plus yards.
3rd and 25 to go. Helsel in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back, looking to his right. Pass is completed. Far short of the first down, but did get about 9 yards back on the pass play. And that's going to bring up 4th and about 15.
Not what we were looking for on the first drive, Coach.
No,
but,
no, not what we're hoping for.
Our defense needs to come out and do exactly what Lake City just did to us and give us the ball back.
Hahn is back in punt formation. Tyler McGinnis standing back at their own 40 to take the kick. Hahn takes it on his right. He sees some running room. He's going to try and make it, and he did. Jacob Hahn ran to his right, which he has done a couple times in punting the ball, but this time tucked it in, took it up the right sideline, and hurdled for a first down.
I bet it was
Holy smokes.
3 or 4 yard hurdle, Coach, with some air over top of a defender.
And he came down with about a yard to spare on the first down. Gain of 17 on the play. First down, Rangers. Wow, big 4th down play. Quick pass out on the left flat, and Lake City is there waiting for it. The pass was completed, and Isaac Radin shaken up on the plate a little bit.
Yes, he is. He's on his feet, but he's shaken up.
They're going to spot it at the 37-yard line. Loss of 4 on the pass play.
quick pass out to the left where Moore was setting up a block for that pass. It was like a wide receiver screen, and Moore unable to keep his block, resulting in Raiden getting hit.
Here's a snap. Helsel keeps it. Tried to go himself right through the center of the line, but met there by a host of Lake City tacklers. And they're going to say a loss of a couple more on the play. Third and long.
Play made again by 71 Rosecrans. Coach, he's in the middle. He's clogging things up, and he is making plays. So Rangers are, again, behind the sticks with a third down.
3rd and 17. Helsel looking in the grass back there. Threw it. Will they call a fumble? Thought his arm was going forward. But, boy, I think they're going to say Lake City ball.
Yeah, it looks like Lake City ball.
Helsel back to throw. Was in the grasp. Tried to get it away. Looked like he might have been throwing it. But
we're having a meeting out here about if it's going to be an incomplete pass or not.
So it could be 4th down for the Rangers. If they do call the fumble, it'll be Lake City football. Great field position on about the Ranger 20. Now the penalty flag comes out. We'll see. Intentional grounding.
Okay.
From the quarterback. So it will not be.
It will not
Lake
be a
City
fumble.
football.
It will not be a fumble. It is a penalty. The ball did not make it back to the line of scrimmage. So it was a pass from Helsel, but it was intentional grounding. And so that is a penalty, which also results in a loss of down. So at least the Rangers get their chance to put the foot on the ball versus Lake City.
Exactly. Ball's at the 14-yard line. Jacob Hahn back in punt formation. Gets the snap. Kick is away. McGinnis is back to receive it. Hits at the 45-yard line and down by Isaac Raiden at their own 48, they being the Rangers. So Lake City has good field position on the Ranger 48-yard line.
We got a penalty
for their next offensive possession.
Got a penalty coming over there on the sideline, Coach. Far side over by the 40.
Really far side.
Looks like we're going to have maybe the coach was in the ear of the referee and giving a warning. Yep, sideline warning. Yep.
It is a penalty against Lake City.
It's a warning.
They will retain possession. They will keep possession. Ball still at the 48 of Manton. So I think you're absolutely right, Jordan. No actual penalty yard-wise, but a warning on the Lake City bench. The Lake City team had already backed up, but now they've got a long run coming out of the huddle. So here we go. Lake City with their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10, just in Ranger territory. Bisbal in shotgun. Takes it, keeps it himself, coming to the right side, got some blockers, and just steps out of bounds at about the 41 of the Rangers. So a nice gain on 1st down.
Penalty down. Going to have a whole block in the back on the Trojans.
Well, you take the flags here early in this half, Jordan, plus all the flags we saw at the end of the first half. And
Deja
it's been
vu
a regular
from last week. Deja vu from last week.
Penalty is against Lake City. And after the walk-off, the ball is now on the Lake City 49, their side of the field, and 1st and 12.
So a loss of 2, Coach, on that play.
By penalty, right?
It is, yeah. So a spot foul brings it back to repeat 1st down, 1st and 12.
From the shotgun again, Hunter Bisbal takes a snap, now rolling to his left. Cuts it up, looking for some running room. Met as he got to the line of scrimmage by the Ranger linebackers, I would guess. So we'll give him a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be
2nd and 10.
2nd and, almost 10 for Lake City.
What that was, Coach, that was a collapse by the line, and we had 55 for the Rangers come up and make a stick on him, Connor McGrew. So good play by the Rangers. They're on their defensive end, and let's see if we can do it again.
Here's a snap.
Back
rolling
to
to his right, looking deep, passes out there over Helsel, and just gets a hand on it. Intended for Bukovic, incomplete, but almost a Lake City completion.
They're determined to complete a pass against Helsel tonight, but they're 0 for 5 now.
Yes. Yes, they have gone after him. Now, Butkovich is a big receiver for them, but you can look at that, and you also look at them just picking on Helsel. Maybe they saw something.
Yeah, so far, Coach, he's either intercepted it or knocked them all down, and things are looking good on the defensive end out on Helsel's way.
3rd and long. Big play here for the Ranger defense.
Yes. See if we can get a stunt up the middle, make some ruckus in the
Butkovich
backfield.
in motion, right to left. Bisbal with the ball, pitches to Marion, trying to get around the left end, and gets by a couple tacklers, which we've seen him do all night long, still carrying tacklers. Took Manton defenders probably the last 6 yards. Good for a Lake City first down. That's just sheer determination by Ben Marion.
Yeah, it's a fantastic run by Marion, Coach. Our defenders are there. We're just touching them, but we're not bringing them down. So, all that is pure legs and determination by Marion, and he was out to get a first down, and he did it.
Gain of 12 on the play. It'll be first down for the Trojans. Inside the 40 now. Ball spotted at the Ranger 37-yard line. 15-12. Manton on top. 7:20 left to go here in the third quarter from Manton tonight. From the shotgun. Hand off to Marion. This time going right. Trying to get around the right side. Cuts it up. And inside the 25-yard line, down to the 24. And that's another Lake City first down. Gain of 13 on the play. Well, you made the reference, Jordan, earlier. This is very like Sheldon Huff last week.
Yeah.
Marion is a tough runner, tough to bring down. He's big, strong, and Manton's just got to do a better job.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm hearing the coaches say in the booth up here, Coach, is that we are tackling at the shoulder pad level. And, that's not gonna work on a good running back like that. So
here's a snap, this time an inside handoff to Pedler. He's got some running room up the middle and down inside the 15 to the 13. Be a gain of about 12, and it's going to be another first down for Lake City. Jack Pedler, the ball carrier.
Pedler running in the back of his own guy there, Coach. Could have been a couple more yards after that play, but he run into his own guy and knocked him down. So Rangers really got their back against the wall here, Coach.
Yes,
They're looking at going down here early in the third quarter. Trojans have picked up a total of 37 yards in 3 plays.
1st and 10, ball at the Ranger 12-yard line. Bisbal in the shotgun. Marion, the one setback, taking their time. Marion to his right. He gets the handoff. Missed tackle in the backfield. Marion's into the end zone. Into the end zone from 12 yards out. Ben Marion. And Lake City has jumped out in front for the first time tonight with that touchdown. 18-15 with the extra point coming.
Coach, how far out was that?
13.
13. So he was touched at yard 1, yard 4, and yard 9, and nobody brought him down.
Kneeling now for the kick. It's number 10, Bisbal. Kick is up, and it is good. Increasing the Lake City lead now to 19-15 over the Rangers. And as I said, Lake City's first lead of the evening. Timeout on the field. We will take a timeout. We'll be back here in Manton in 30 seconds.
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-through coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East M115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson with Jordan Shepler. And we've got a good ball game here tonight with 2 Highland Conference rivals, Manton and Lake City. Lake City has just gone ahead for the first time tonight, scoring on a 12-yard run from Ben Marion. Kick was good, and they lead the Rangers now 19-15 with 5:57 left to go in the third quarter. Rangers will get the ball back, and this time definitely need to do something with it.
Yeah, we need to have a sustained drive. What we're running into, coaches, we're not getting their defense wore down. Another offside kick attempt.
Again, onside kick from Lake City, and Manton is right there. Great recovery on the Manton 49-yard line. Lake City trying to get a quick turnover, but Manton's got great field position to try and do something with it.
It's time for the Rangers to put it together without shooting themselves in the foot here. We need to get some positive yards, coach, with nothing bringing us back. So let's see if the Rangers can put something together and make it happen.
Helsel in the shotgun, has two setbacks. Handoff to Hahn, trying to go left, cuts it back up the middle, down to the 45, make it 44. So nice yardage that time on first down.
Gain of 6.
Give him a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Rangers in Lake City territory at the 45-yard line.
Good hard run by Hahn, right up the middle, lowering the shoulder, getting extra yardage.
Helsel with the snap, gives it to Isaac Radin, who was set up in the backfield that time. And Radin is pushed back. They'll give him his forward progress at the 45. So really no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4 after the run from Radin. And we've got an official's timeout.
You got 3 guys down.
We've got
there we go.
Players from each team here being hobbled a little bit. Jacob Hahn is going to come off for at least a play. We'll see how soon he comes back. But we have a 3rd and 6 facing the Rangers on the Lake City 46-yard line.
Slani out there doing some stretching. Looks like a potential cramp in one of our players. I can't see their numbers, coach, laying down there behind our guys. But they're doing some stretching on the leg.
19-15, Lake City on top over Manton with 5:14 left to go here in the third quarter. Out on the field, we have both teams taking a knee while players are being checked out. So we have a timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. Stay with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Manton Athletic Boosters Club is a proud supporter of the Rangers Athletics and would like to wish the best of luck to all our fall Manton Ranger sports teams. And go Rangers!
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of Manton High School. CTC is the place to be.
Welcome back to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson and Jordan Shepler bringing you Highland Conference action tonight. Highland Conference opener for both Manton and Lake City, as well as other conference schools seeing action tonight as well. Still have a player down on the field being checked out. Manton has the football, 3rd and 6.
Coach, while we got a minute here, is all of the Highland Conference teams playing 7 in a row like we are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And who else? What's our other matchups tonight?
One matchup is Pine River and Everett, who were both winners last week.
Okay.
So that'd be a good one to see who comes out on top with both those schools 1-0.
And you said Everett played till 1:30 in the morning? Or 1 o'clock in the
they
morning?
were after 1 a.m. last week with different weather delays. Well, now we have at least the Ranger player up on his feet.
Radin.
It is number 10, Isaac Radin. Rangers can ill afford to have Radin down for very long, but not putting any weight on his left leg right now, being helped off the field. And that, not a good sign, Jordan.
No. The only good that I can see out of that, Coach, is they were out there trying to stretch it out as if it was a cramp or if it was something like that. It wasn't one of those things where they weren't touching the injury site. So,
Yeah, we'll try and keep an eye on him here on the sideline. They've got him now off the field. Play is going to resume, but they might be taking him right to the locker room. Well, here we go. Big third down play for the Rangers. Quarterback Lane Helsel in the shotgun. One setback, Jacob Hahn to his left. Spread formation to the left. Helsel's got a straight drop, looking over the middle, and overthrows Regneris, who did a out and in, cutting across the center of the field, a little bit over his head, sailed on him a little bit, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Coach, that play is there. The ball was just thrown high. That's Regneris. But nope. Hold on just a second. Who's running that out?
Fourth and 6. Rangers lining up to go for it. Now drop Hahn in punt formation. Jacob Hahn standing back at the Ranger 40. Trying to get some field position out of this one. And the kick is away. It's high. And hits. Takes a Lake City bounce. Manton's going to down it at the 26-yard line. And Lake City will take over their 1st and 10, their second possession of the second half.
Okay, Coach, so we're down Raiden. We're down a weapon. And the Rangers defense, now it's time for them to step in and make things happen here, Coach. We really need to have a quick 3 and out or some sort of big play coming up.
And they have done that a couple of times tonight. We've had interception. We've had fumble. Here we go. Lake City comes out, spread formation. Bisbal in the shotgun. Marion to his left in the backfield. Takes a snap. Looking to his left. Getting some pressure. Throws it downfield. And caught. And going to be gone. Taylor Butkovich took it in just over the outstretched arm of Caleb Moore. And Lake City is on the scoreboard.
That was a monster.
I'm just trying to do the math here. On a 74-yard pass from Bisbal to Butkovich.
Just over Moore on a deep pass. We had pressure on the quarterback. He was able to get a release and a beautiful pass down the left-hand side. And
extra point kick is good. And that increases the Lake City lead to 26-15 over the Rangers. So timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65 cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
Welcome back, everyone. Manton Ranger football on 1071thedrive.com. Rick Swanson along with Jordan Shepler. And we've got the Manton Rangers tonight hosting the Lake City Trojans. Manton led it 15-12 at halftime, but Lake City on their first 2 possessions here of the second half have taken them in for scores, and they have opened up an 11-point lead over the Rangers, 26-15, with 4:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Well, let's say it one more time, Jordan. Now the Rangers really need to do something.
Yep, this is do or die right here.
Here's the kick. Just a punch kick. It's in an open area. And we got a flag on the far side. It may have hit the out-of-bounds line.
It did just that, Coach. It's going to be a kick out of bounds. Penalty on Lake City. We'll take it 1st and 10 on our own 35. So second time tonight that the kick has traveled out of bounds. Lake City guy did try to beat it down the sideline and bat it back in bounds to try to getting one of his guys a chance to get after the ball, but it hit the line and out of bounds, so the Rangers will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 35.
Yeah, the kicker actually found a little open spot for that ball to hit.
He's a pretty decent kicker. His extra points are traveling.
Extra points are good, and he's had a couple of good kicks trying to go for the onside. But here the Rangers need some instant offense. Lane Helsel in the shotgun. Spread formation. Jacob Hahn, the lone setback. Here's a snap. Helsel's got it, trying to go himself and pushed back. Did not get to the line of scrimmage before he's met there by the Lake City defenders.
Had some confusion in the backfield there, Coach. Hahn had split out. Moore split out. McKernan split out and left Helsel in the backfield by himself to take that snap, and no one picked up the blitz.
Loss of 7 on the play for the Rangers. 2nd down and 17. Here's the snap. Helsel dropping back, looking to his right. And pass is picked off. Receiver had his back turned, was not even looking for it. And number 8, Tyler McGinnis, has come up with the interception for Lake City. There are a couple of penalty flags. We'll have to check those out.
We got a holding coming on the Rangers, Coach, in the backfield, back by Lane Helsel before he released the ball. Should be declined by Lake City, and interception should stand.
And it is going to be Lake City football. So the wheels have just kind of come off here in the second half after the Rangers led it at halftime. And Lake City has the ball 1st and 10 on the Manton 31-yard line.
We mentioned pregame, Coach, that Manton led at halftime last year, and
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago,
Yep.
yeah, and they had Lake City being a second half team last couple of years, has come out and put a drive together, and now we got flags flying again.
Before the snap, we get a procedure penalty against Lake City, and that'll cost them 5 yards. Still first down and 15. 3:49 left to go in the third quarter here from Manton tonight. Both these teams looking for their first win on the year, losing the opener last week. Lake City lost at home to New Lothrop, and Manton lost on the road to Johannesburg Lewiston. Here's a snap, a low snap. Picked up by Bisbal, given to Marion, trying to fight his way through the center, gets back the 5-yard penalty, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. It will be 2nd and 10.
Good hard running by Marion again. All they're doing is just handing off, going back. Now they're going to like a management type game, Coach. They're going to hand the ball off, run the ball, and make some plays on the defensive end as far as getting some tackles without giving up too much yardage. So Lake City kind of going to management mode.
Yep, Lake City taking their time, coming out of the huddle. Spread wide left, right. Quick handoff up the middle. That's Pedler. Jack Pedler, he's going 10-5 into the end zone is Jack Pedler, number 5, from 31 yards out for another Lake City touchdown. Jack Pedler with a couple side steps and really wasn't touched going through there.
Coach,
George.
this is going all the way back to when we had talked last week in Joburg about the inside handoffs and people, getting chunk plays and stuff that you had seen in the scrimmage, and we've seen it last week. Now again, we're struggling defensively in the middle.
Yep. Now back on for the extra point kick, Lake City. Snap is good, the hold's good, kick is up, and it is good as well. And that increases now the Lake City lead to 33-15 as they score for the third time in 3 possessions here in the second half. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with 2:59 left to go in the third. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson with Jordan Shepler. And the Lake City Trojans have just scored for the third consecutive time in the second half. to take a 33-15 lead over the Rangers after Manton was up 15-12 at halftime. And I have to tell you, Jordan, I'm just a little surprised here. I thought taking the lead into halftime, the Rangers would feel good about themselves, come out, and boy, Lake City has just come out on fire.
And Manton came out, Coach, missed a couple plays, missed a couple throws, had a guy go down, get injured, so kind of slowed the game down there a little bit for the Rangers, and now we're got our back against the wall.
A long kick, best kick of the night for Lake City, taken inside the 10-yard line by Regnerus, trying to work his way back out, and finally brought down at the 21-yard line, or 22, and Manton will have it first down. That, the kicker put a foot into that one.
Yes, he did. That traveled 10, 20, 30, 40, 48-yard kick.
So the Rangers first and 10 on their own 21-yard line. Just have not been able to do anything offensively here in the second half. Helsel in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to Jacob Hahn, caught in the backfield. And we have said that several times here in the second half. Ball was loose. I think it was loose after the tackle was made. But we got a penalty flag on the field.
This is the stuff we need to control, Coach. This is the stuff that Solani's not going to be overly happy about.
This can be control. We're anticipating the call against the Rangers. It is a personal foul against Manton. That's going to back them up. We'll see just where the final placement of the ball will be. But they have the ball right now at the 10. And that's where it's going to be. Ball is at the 10-yard line, and it's second down and about 22 for the Rangers. Some personnel changes here being made for the Rangers. Hahn, I believe that penalty was called on him. He is now on the sideline. We'll give him a little breather.
Yeah, if you get it unsportsmanlike, you got to come out. So he's out.
So Rangers now second and long. Here's a snap. Helsel with the ball. Looking to his right. Pass is completed to Regnerus. Out across the 20. Gets back the penalty yardage and maybe a yard to spare. But again, a flag thrown. And the call is against the Rangers. Great pass play, but it's not going to count. And this will be half the distance to the goal on the hold.
That could be the most technical pass and completion we've seen since the big plays in the first half that we've had. So
that really did look nice.
Right, yeah, it was a fantastic pass, and it looked just fine to me from up here.
We got another hold went on about offense. A 15-yard sprint, then cut it across the middle, and pass was there. But it's going to come back on the penalty. So this will be half the distance to the goal, which will take it back to the 5-yard line.
We're going the wrong way.
It is. It is. Second and a long. Now it's 27. Second and 27. Helsel back in the end zone. Looking for a receiver. Incomplete. That time intended over on the right flat.
We might get a rough in the passer.
There's a penalty marker in the end zone. It is a personal foul against Lake City. You're exactly right, Jordan, for roughing the passer.
I think he actually signaled intentional grounding, but he meant to signal roughing the passer because he went double hand.
Exactly. Yep.
So, well, that should give us our first down.
Well, that moves the ball out to the 20-yard line by penalty and automatic first down. So at least one bright spot there.
Back to where we originally started.
Exactly. Helsel looking for, again, Regnerus, right side's got it. Breaks away from a tackler into the open field. At midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30. Going down the left sideline. He's going to take it. Cole Regnerus into the end zone.
80 yards.
80-yard touchdown pass From
No
Lane
penalty.
Helsel to Cole Regneris.
Don't look now, Coach, but there's no yellow on the field. That's a beautiful pass. Good piece of running from Rigneris. He's coming from all the way from the right-hand side of the field, come across on the slant, made the catch at about the 35-yard line on the Rangers, 35, and took it the other 65 yards by himself.
Had to break a tackle or two, which he did. Kept on his feet, maintained his balance, and took it in. Now the Rangers lining up for extra point. And going for the kick, Lucas McKernan to do the kicking. It is up and good. Extra point kick is good. That does bring a little life to the Manton crowd. And that brings the Rangers within 11 at 33-22. So a little breath of fresh air. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back in 30 seconds.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full-service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9506.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson and Jordan Shepler bringing you the action tonight from Manton in the Highland Conference opener. Third quarter filled with scoring, Jordan. We've had 4 touchdowns. The first 3 by Lake City. Now Manton puts one on the board on an 80-yard touchdown pass from Lane Helsel to Cole Regneris. Certainly something the Rangers needed, but they have to get some stops defensively. They now trail Lake City 33-22 with 2:06 left to go in the third quarter.
That was good to see. It's time for our defense now, Coach. We can't keep giving up consecutive touchdowns and come back from behind. So our defense is where this game needs to turn around, and I think 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter is a good time to make that happen. So if we can...
Oh, there's plenty of time to score a couple times, but you're right. Got to keep Lake City off the scoreboard. Rangers ready to do the kicking. Here's McKernan's kick. Hits at about the 30. Picked up at the 24 by Lake City. Coming back through the center of the line, got some running room, and finally brought down across midfield as a penalty flag came flying in at the end of the return.
Lake City's averaging 30 to 35 yards every return, Coach.
This one is going to go against Lake City, and that's going to back them up at least a little bit here on the return. It was a nice return of about 30 yards. But the penalty is against the Trojans, and that'll cost them a few. They're walking it off from the 46. So the ball will be at the Lake City 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
Coach, what do you think here for Lake City? You get back to the ground game and eat some clock up, or are they going back to the air where they've had some success?
I would still expect them to run some time off the clock. From the shotgun, Bisbal hands off to Marion, trying to sweep around the left side. And goes through a couple of tacklers, finally knocked out of bounds on the far sideline after a gain of about 6 or 7. We'll see where the officials mark it. And actually they have him going out of bounds a little before that, out of bounds at the 40. So we'll give him a gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 for Lake City.
Coach, we have a chance to get him tackled there about the line of scrimmage and bring him down, but we're doing that shoulder pad thing again.
Here's a snap. Bisbal dropping back, looking to his left. Long pass out there. Good position by the Manton defender, and the pass falls incomplete. That time, Butkovich, the intended receiver, could not get away from the Manton defender. Great defense on the pass.
Yeah, I think Moore had learned from the last one, Coach. This time he was right there step for step and even had a chance to intercept the ball. So he played the receiver on that one, and that was good defense by the Rangers. So sets up the 3rd down that we were looking for, Coach. If we can get them into a 4th down situation, this should be okay for the Rangers.
From the Lake City 40-yard line, 3rd and 7. Here's the snap. Rolling right is Bisbal. He's got some running room, being pursued. We've got a hold in the backfield. He's got the yardage right at the 1st down marker, but the indication is a hold against Lake City. So that play will go for naught, and we'll have some yardage walked off in the Rangers' favor.
And we're going to get another flag on Lake City, Coach. So
officials sorting it out.
Hold and unsportsmanlike.
It is 2 calls against the Trojans. A hold against Lake City, and then unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll mark off some more yardage. And Lake City's going to have a 3rd down, but a long way to go. We'll see where it's finally going to be marked. They're back inside the 20. Here's the 15. They're going to mark it at the 13-yard line for Lake City, 3rd down.
So the way that works, Coach, if I'm understanding that correctly, is they got the 10-yard spot foul on the hold.
Right.
And then you got to add the 15 on top of that. You don't have to do one or the other. They both go together with an unsportsmanlike. So it's like a 25-yard penalty.
Here we go. 3rd down and long. Here's the snap. Bisbal looking. Gets a quick pass out there. Almost picked off by the Rangers. That's going to bring up 4th and long. And the Rangers should have some good field position.
No, we're going to get a rough in the passer.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
3rd and 40, and we're roughing the passer. So that's going to give them a 1st down.
Now yardage being walked off against the Rangers. And we've got the ball now at the Trojan 27-yard line. 1st down. Wow. In the shotgun is Bisbal. Takes it, hands off, up the middle. Here's Marion fighting for yardage. And he's out to the 40-yard line. A gain of about 13 on the play. It'll be Lake City 1st down.
Back to the pound run game by Marion, Coach, after the whirlwind of penalties and.
Well, that's at least a couple times tonight, Jordan, where the Rangers have had the ball on downs, and a penalty has given it right back to Lake City.
Yeah, the Rangers defense. Right now, Coach, we need to work on just some simple discipline. Simple discipline would save us probably over 50, 60 yards of penalties tonight.
1st and 10 from the 40. Handoff up the middle to Marion's got some running room, cuts it outside. He's out of the 40, 35, 30. Still running, still on his feet inside the 20, brought down near the 15-yard line. Big gain from Ben Marion. That's going to be a 43-yarder for the senior running back from Lake City. I didn't think I'd be calling him as a running back.
That's what I was just going to ask you. He's not even not listed, so
he's been a tight end for years, but boy, they have used him in the backfield tonight.
And it's worked.
Very effectively.
It's worked. Yeah,
it certainly has.
They tried to go to him early in the pass game, couldn't get it to him, so now they figured we got to get our playmaker the ball. Let's hand it to him.
Here's Marion again off left tackle. Got some running room. He's going to go in. And Ben Marion into the end zone from 17 yards out for Lake City touchdown. And penalty flag flies in at the end of the play.
Yeah, we're going to get another unsportsmanlike conduct.
"17-yard run from Ben Marion off left tackle. Got outside and took it in rather easily from that spot. We'll check out the penalty. And the penalty may very well be assessed on the kickoff. We'll see what happens. But first we need to make sure that the score is going to hold.
I feel like we've done a whole lot of sorting things out tonight on the field.
It has. It has. Officials are going to place the ball at the normal extra point spot. Just gave the signal that the touchdown is good.
Personal foul on Lake City.
That makes the score 39-22 Lake City. And now the Trojans are on the field for the extra point attempt.
And your penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, Coach, because it happened after the ball had crossed the goal line. So that is a good touchdown by the Trojans.
Here comes a late player onto the field for Lake City, then turns around and heads off.
Never mind.
Well, they were ready to do the kicking, but now we'll see what's going on here.
Did they give the Rangers the option of assessing the penalty on the extra point? That's what it looked like. They were going to back them up for the extra point, but I think they've chosen, or the rule is that the penalty should be assessed on the kickoff. They should get the extra point from the regular position.
Ball is at the regular hash mark for an extra point. Lake City lining up for the kick. And snap is good. Kick up. And it is also good. Which makes the score now, the Lake City Trojans 40 and the Manton Rangers 22, following the 17-yard run from Ben Marion. Timeout on the field. We will take a timeout. Come on back in 30 seconds.
Bostic's Drugstore in Manton is your locally owned pharmacy. You can count on Mike and his professional staff to take care of all your prescription needs with a personal hometown touch. You'll get a comprehensive medication review every time you pick up a prescription. Bostic's Drugstore accepts most insurances and administers flu and shingles shots with a prescription. They're also your home for Manton Rangers and locally made Michigan apparel, plus cards, gifts, and toys. Stop into your friendly hometown pharmacy, Bostic's Drugstore, on Main Street in Manton, or call 231-824-6465.
Welcome back, everyone, to Manton Athletic Complex. Rick Swanson and Jordan Scheffler bringing you Manton Ranger football as the Rangers tonight are hosting the Lake City Trojans. Well, after the Manton Rangers put together a pretty impressive first half, they led it 15-12 at halftime. It's been all Lake City here in the second half. Lake City has put 4 scores up on the board in the third quarter alone. Manton has scored once, and we stand at Lake City 40, Manton 22 with just 29 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Lake City has scored more points in the second half than both teams did combined in the first.
Rangers have just not had an answer defensively for the Lake City offense here in the third quarter. Here's the kick. Again, deep over the head of the Ranger return men into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Rangers will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Don't see that very often in high school, do you? A touchback?
No, I'll tell you, he tried a couple onside kicks, and we didn't see him try to kick long there for a while, but that young man can boot the football. Number 11, Carlos Hernandez, has been doing the kicking for Lake City and doing a great job of it.
Maybe 5'8", 130 pounds?
Yeah, he's not very big.
Yeah. Wouldn't expect a leg like that out of a kid that size, but he can sure boot the ball.
Rangers with the football now. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Helsel in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands off inside to Jacob Hahn. Breaks it outside. He's got some running room. Broke it through midfield. He might go all the way. Jacob Hahn, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Rangers. 80-yard touchdown run from Jacob Hahn as we work our way to the end of the third quarter.
It's like the 4th of July, Coach.
2 80-yard touchdowns the last 2 times the Rangers have touched the ball. Pass to Regnerus, now a run from Jacob Hahn.
That was just good blocking by our offensive line. They opened a hole, Coach, and it was just a foot race from about 65 yards out, and they weren't catching him.
McKernan now lining up for the extra point kick. It is up and
wide
no
left.
Good. A little bit low and to the left this time.
Low snap, bobbled snap there.
So it took the Rangers 12 seconds to put a touchdown on the board after Lake City scored. And the failed extra point kick leaves our score 40-28, Lake City on top. And it hasn't been the problem offensively. Offense hasn't looked bad except for penalties, but it's been the defense tonight not being able to stop Lake City, especially here in the second half.
What happened early in the third quarter, Coach, is we struggled offensively. We had 2 punts, and Lake City had a couple touchdowns to our punts. So now that we're going touchdown for touchdown, we're behind, and we can't keep doing that. So I really look for our defense to put us back in this game. We're down 12. We got just over 1 quarter left to play a football, and we really need to go out and make a defensive stand, Coach, and strike again and give ourselves a chance late in the fourth. If we don't go out there and do something early in the fourth, Coach, it's looking pretty grim for us to do anything late.
That is 6 touchdowns in the third quarter alone.
Did you hear me say something about the 4th of July?
Yeah. 4 from Lake City and 2 from the Rangers. Wow.
Yeah.
So the Rangers now ready to kick off with 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. McKernan doing the kicking for the Rangers. McKernan, a sophomore. Here's the kick. Hits inside the 25, fumbled a little bit, picked up at the 15. And Lake City returns it to about the 25, and penalty marker comes in at the end of the play.
Penalty flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a horse collar potentially.
That's exactly what it is, Jordan.
Coach, that's a long ways on the other side of the field. If it wasn't for my LASIK eye surgery this summer, I never would see anything like that. So, yeah, that was the runner came down awkward and it looked like it was a horse collar tackle. So that should be a 15-yard penalty.
So the ball now spotted at the 40 of Lake City, and they will have it first down.
First time all night we've had a tackle on the kickoff, and it resulted in a penalty.
Time for a defensive turnover, something to happen. Long pass
There it is.
downfield and batted away by Caleb Moore. Had good position on Butkovich, the intended receiver, but just could not haul it in for the interception. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Lake City with 5 seconds left to go in the third. Well, with that pass, didn't look like Lake City was going to sit on the ball. Trying to strike quickly here once again.
I'm counting 28 plays, non-penalty plays. We've had 6 touchdowns in 28 plays.
Crazy third quarter. Bisball bringing it right, trying to get around the corner. He's just going to take it out of bounds about midfield.
End of the third.
Into range of territory at the 48. And that is going to be good for a first down after a gain of 12. And that is the end of the third quarter here in Manton. The Lake City Trojans 40, the Manton Rangers 28. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. Come on back for the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-thru coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East 115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
Rick Swanson and Jordan Shepler from the Manton Athletic Complex tonight. Highland Conference action, the Manton Rangers and Lake City Trojans going at it 40-28. Lake City on top as we start the fourth quarter. A high-scoring third quarter at halftime. Manton led it 15-12, having led the entire first half when they scored the first points of the game on a 2-point safety. But in this third quarter, 6 touchdowns on the board, 4 from Lake City, 2 from Manton, and Lake City has taken a 40-28 lead entering the fourth quarter.
Coach, we've done a lot of games together. How often have you seen me pull out my calculator? 419 yards of offense in the third quarter.
Holy smokes. That's both teams.
That's both teams combined.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Manton had 79 rushing, 93 passing. Lake City had 173 rushing and 74 passing.
You can sometimes see that in an entire ball game.
Yeah.
We see that in one quarter.
And if you're the Cleveland Browns last year, you've seen it in the whole season.
As we start the fourth, Lake City has the football on the 48-yard line of Manton, 1st and 10. They lead it by 12. We'll see what their intentions are here. Take some time off the clock, control the ball in this fourth quarter, or try and score again quickly. Here's the snap and penalty marker. Not surprisingly, this time against Lake City, 5 yards. Procedure penalty. Their movement drew Manton offsides. It'll be 1st and 15 with the ball back on the Lake City side of the field at the 46.
A couple good defensive stops here, Coach. Put us in position to get the ball back with well over 10 minutes on the clock, I would think. And
exactly.
we can be...
Rangers are not out of this thing. Here's a snap. Bisball in the shotgun. Hands off to Marion. Going to have to stop this guy, though. And this time they do. He gets a short gain of a couple, but the Manton defense is there with a gang tackle on Ben Marion. We'll give him a gain of 2 on the play.
Good play by Lucas McKernan. He come up and filled the gap. Coach, there was an opening there for Marion, and it wasn't open very long. McKernan come up, filled the gap, and allowed the Rangers to gather around and make the tackle for a short gain of 2. So Trojans are out there looking at a 2nd and 12 on their own 49-yard line right near midfield. And Bisball coming in with the play from Coach Smith from the sidelines. And they break the huddle, and they're up to the line.
Bisball in the shotgun. He has one step back to his left, wide receiver right and left. Here's a snap. Fakes a handoff to Marion, keeps it himself, looking to pass. Makes a completion in Manton territory at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the pass play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Make it 3rd and 7 for Lake City. They could be in 4-down territory right here, Jordan.
I would think so.
But big play here for the Manton defense nonetheless.
If we get a decent play from the defense here, Coach, for a loss, potentially it might be a punt.
Bisball takes it, keeps it himself off right tackle. Got a little running room, cuts it outside. He's got the 1st down, carries a defender inside the 35. And that's good for a 1st down for the Trojans. Give him a gain of 10 on the play.
McKernan had to end up running him down from behind, Coach, and jump on his back to get him to come down. That was good blocking by the Lake City offensive line on the right-hand side. Opened it wide open for Bisball to take it, and he took advantage of it, giving his team another 1st down.
Ball at the Ranger 35-yard line. Here's a snap. Rolling right, looking deep. Passes out there, and well defended by the Rangers, and it falls incomplete. Got a couple hands on it, but nobody could bring it in. No harm done. 2nd down 10.
Another pass hustles away, Coach. That's the 6th one of the night that they've tried to beat him for over 10, 15 yards, and they've yet to complete one on his side of the field.
That was good coverage. He's done a nice job sticking with the receiver.
It's a play like that, though. If he comes down with something like that, that can really turn it around. So we'll see if we can't get an interception here if they keep going to the air.
Bisball takes a snap.
Down.
Gives it to Marion. Marion tripped up in the backfield. Knee hit, and he'll be downed with a loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 13 now. Again, another big 3rd down play. Ball at the Ranger 38-yard line.
2 stops, Coach. That's what we need here. We've got them behind the sticks. They're going to maybe potentially go to the air here. And if we can get it knocked down or even come away with an interception, we're just under the 10-minute mark here. We're looking at 9.5 to go in the 4th.
40-28. Lake City on top. They break out of the huddle. Wide receiver right and left. 2 tight ends. 1 step back with Hunter Bisball. Takes a snap. Hands off to Marion right up the middle. And Marion gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. But it's going to bring up 4th and 10 after a gain of about 3.
Good play on the inside there, Coach. That time we had multiple guys on the line. We had Lytle and McGrew there in the middle, clogging things up. And this time they wrapped Marion up and brought him down as a conjoined effort with a wraparound tackle. And that's made all the difference.
That's what it takes. Well, big play. 4th and 10. Spread formation, Bisball in the shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Setting up a screen pass. It's out here to Peddler. Going to be chased down and tackled by the Rangers. No gain on the play, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs. Jacob Hahn on the tackle, and Manton will take over 1st and 10.
Coach, that was all Hahn right there.
Yeah, he was out there by himself.
Well, they set up a screenplay. He was in the middle, and that guy was a good 12 yards away from me. He had to run him down. Otherwise,
so the Rangers take over on their own 35-yard line. They've had a couple big strike touchdowns, a couple 80-yard touchdowns just recently in the 3rd quarter. Helsel takes a snap in the shotgun, hands off inside to Hahn. Hahn gets a yard, and that's about it before he's swarmed under by that Lake City defense. 8:14 left to go in the ballgame. 40-28, Lake City on top. Manton with the football. 2nd down, 9. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Rangers. Spread formation. Helsel takes it from the shotgun. Looking over the middle. Pass sails and intercepted. Bisball with the interception for Lake City. And he's brought down at the Ranger 43-yard line. The ball just went a little bit high on Helsel, and Bisball was there ready to bring it in.
The ball got away from Helsel there, appeared, Coach, and sailed long. And Lake City's got it back. So Rangers defense coming back out, and it's time for them to turn it around and make it happen again and see if we can get this ball back, Coach. We need 2 scores here yet in the 4th.
So Lake City with good field position. The ball on the Manton 44-yard line. They have it 1st down. Wow. A score from the Rangers would make it interesting.
Yes.
But you're exactly right. Defense has to step up one more time.
I expect Lake City to become extremely one-dimensional and keep the ball on the ground with Marion.
Here's a snap. It is a handoff to Marion off the right side and makes his way down to about the 40-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 3 on the play. So the Rangers contain him again that time. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock continues to run. 7:30 left to go in the ballgame. Lake City leading it by 12, 40-28. Again, if you joined us late, Manton led this at halftime 15-12. But Lake City has come back in the 2nd half. In the shotgun, Hunter Bisball takes a snap, drops back, looking to his left. The ball's out there and caught and taken into the end zone by number 2, Taylor Butkovich. Caleb Moore didn't have bad position. He went for the ball. It just got over his outstretched hands as he tried to intercept it, and Lake City takes it in.
Good hands by Butkovich. That ball kind of was down by his knees. He fumbled it a little bit and was able to actually bring it in. And so, yeah, good coverage by Moore, really. I mean, the ball was just over him a little bit and landed in Butkovich's hands, and they got another touchdown out of it.
So 43-yard pass to Butkovich, and now the try for extra point. And this time the kick is blocked. It is no good. But that now makes our score Lake City 46 and Manton 28 with 7 minutes left to go. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds.
High school students are training for the jobs of tomorrow today at the Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center in Cadillac. Juniors and seniors from 12 area high schools can choose from 14 career-driven programs. Free college credit is available. Visit WMISD.org and click or tap the Career Technical Education link. See all the great programs, then talk to your student's counselor. Call 876-2200. The Wexford-Missaukee Career Technical Center on 13th Street across from Baker College. Proud to serve the students of Manton High School. CTC is the place to be.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Manton Athletic Complex. Manton Rangers tonight hosting the Lake City Trojans in Highland Conference action. Rick Swanson and Jordan Shepler bringing you the action on 1071thedrive.com. The Trojans have just connected on a 43-yard pass from Bisbal to Butkovich. The kick was no good. Lake City has increased their lead to 18 at 46-28 with exactly 7 minutes left to go in the ballgame.
We gonna get another touchback here?
I would expect it. I would expect him to kick it deep. Here goes Gonzalez. Just pops it up, and the ball is free. And I'll tell you what, it's a scrum under there. We'll see who came up with it. Lake City might have gotten it. Just pop that one in the air, and Lake City does recover. Lake City has the football at about the 45-yard line of the Rangers, and Lake City's going to go right back on offense.
What doesn't the kicker do?
Wow.
They kicked off from the 40. They recover it at the 45 of the Rangers. And he just popped it up, and this is things he's doing on purpose. I mean, this is intentional stuff that he's doing. This isn't something this is just happening by accident. So we got an onside kick or a pop-up kick, and the Lake City Trojans get it back.
Bisbal hands off inside, this time to number 4, Joshua Shively, and really no gain on the play, second down 10.
And really a nice tackle by McKernan there, Coach. He came up and filled the gap again, and that's good to see that he's coming up and filling the gap. And, but again, for the second week in a row, our second and third line of defense are leading in tackles.
Second down and 10, ball at the 45-yard line of the Rangers. Lake City with wide receivers right and left. Bisbal takes it in the shotgun. Ball loose in the backfield, and Lake City just has to fall on it. It's going to be a big loss on the play. Loss of about 13 before the Trojans can get on the football. But at that point, it was just to get on it to avoid the Rangers picking up the ball.
Yeah, they just had to fall on it because we had McGrew and Lytle were right there looking to potentially jump on that ball and take over and give the Rangers decent field position. So luckily for the Trojans, they get it back. Unfortunate for the Rangers, they're still on defense. But the bright side of that, Coach, is it's a third and extremely long.
Third and 23, exactly right. Bisbal takes it, looking over the middle for the pass, broken up this time by Moore. The receiver had good position, but Moore got a right hand in there and batted that one away. Good defensive play.
It's good to see Moore still battling out there, Coach. He's had some plays that didn't quite go his way, but he's really a good cornerback for the Rangers, and it's good to see him out there still battling. And he's guarding Lake City's number one guy. I mean, if they're going to have Marion in the backfield, he's no longer a threat in the receiving game, and they're throwing it to this Butkovich kid who's had a heck of a night.
Fourth and long for Lake City. On their own side of the field, you would expect a punt here. They do come out in punt formation.
Hope the Rangers send the house here.
And the kick is away. Takes a Lake City bounce, no return. Ball is down at about the 16 or 17-yard line, where the Rangers will have the football following the punt. So the Rangers go back on offense with 5:29 left to go in the football game tonight. 46-28, Lake City on top.
Coach, it's time to score and score quickly.
Which they're capable of doing. Spread formation in the shotgun is Helsel. Here's a snap through his hands, back at the 5. It's a scramble for the ball. And, oh, my goodness, Lake City comes up with it. Lake City recovers the fumble down at the 2-yard line. The snap looked okay. It just went right through his hands.
Yeah, I think he was looking to do something with the ball before he had it, Coach, and that was, it was about shoulder level, and it was coming right at him. So, and then he turned around and tried to get back to it, Coach, and there was 2 Lake City guys and the only household in the backfield, and Lake City was able to get to it. So, first and goal for Trojans inside the Rangers 5. I would expect a heavy dose of Marion.
This time, Bisbal under center, takes a snap, I formation, gives it to Marion, and he finds some defense there, but he works his way through the center line for the touchdown. Lake City touchdown from 2 yards out. Ben Marion gets the Trojans on the scoreboard one more time. That one came about, of course, from the Rangers turnover. 52-28, Lake City now on top. As they line up for the extra point attempt, Carlos Hernandez, again doing the kicking as he has all night. Here's a snap, kick up, and it is good. And with 5:18 left to go in the ball game tonight, Lake City has increased their lead 53-28 over the Rangers. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back in 30 seconds.
Manton Athletic Boosters Club is a proud supporter of the Rangers Athletics and would like to wish the best of luck to all our fall Manton Rangers sports teams. And go Rangers!
Are you in the mood for amazing food at a reasonable price? Well, look no further than 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. It all kicks off on Tuesday with wings for just 50 cents traditional and 65 cent boneless. Wednesday is burger baskets for $4.99, and Thursday is dollar taco night. Friday is steak night and starts at $9.99. The local 308 has comedy night the last Saturday of every month with no cover, so enjoy the laughs on us. Sunday, get 2 of our signature wood-fired pizzas for just $18, dine-in only. The local 308 is a proud supporter of the Manton Rangers and major supporter of Local First.
Rick Swanson and Jordan Shepler from the Manton Athletic Complex tonight as the Manton Ranger football team hosts the Lake City Trojans. Lake City has just scored on a 2-yard run from Ben Marion following a Manton turnover. And with 5:18 left to go in the ball game, it's Lake City 53, Manton 28 as the Lake City Trojans kick off. Ball is in the air, taken at the 35-yard line and dropped just a couple yards after the return. It'll be Ranger football, first down.
Well, Coach, we're back on offense here and see if we can put something together to at least maybe potentially end the game on a positive note for the Rangers, and see if we can't go into this next week and regroup and see where we're at with Raiden. We have not seen him come back out on the field,
right?
And our offense is showing that he's a vital part of it, and it'd be nice to have him back next week.
Ball at the 36-yard line, first down Rangers. Helson the shotgun. Hands off up the middle. No running room there, and the officials are going to blow it dead. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10.
We haven't really had much push up the middle at all tonight, Coach. If we're running in between the tackles, it's been about that 1 to 4 yard gain type stuff, and anything above that has been all on the outside.
Helsa with the ball going to his right. Gets a pass off to Hahn. Just a little drop-off pass. Hahn tries to make it back to the left. He's got some running room. He gets around left end. We do have a flag. He's out near midfield, weaving his way into Lake City territory. A nice gain on the play of nearly 20 yards, but I think we're going to bring that one back, Jordan.
That's exactly what we're doing. So he got a 20-yard gain. He had run a total of probably about 40 yards after he changed fields, and potentially it's all for nothing, all for show right there. So we're coming back. We got a penalty in the backfield, and the Rangers are marching back.
Helsel came out to the right on that one on a run. Looked like he was looking downfield. Nothing was open there. He just dropped it off to Hahn, and then Jacob tried to make something happen. And well behind the line of scrimmage, the penalty was committed. So that's going to move the ball back. We'll see where they finally put it down at the 26-yard line. It'll be second down and 20. Helsel in the shotgun as he has been all night long. Quick pass out to the right side through the hands of Regnerus, incomplete. Just as last week, Jordan, the Rangers have gone no huddle all night long on offense, and that seems to be, it's going to be their MO, I would think, as they go through the season.
Well, I mean, when you got most of the time, Coach, when you have an up-tempo offense like what Rangers are running, you do the no huddle, you got the speedsters, you're running the spread. I mean, that's just what you do. Your plays are coming in from the sideline, and it's bang, bang, bang. You get into those teams that got that, the big running backs and stuff like that. They take it a little bit more slow. But yeah, I would say that it's gonna be pretty much what the Rangers do all year.
Helsel with the snap in the shotgun, nowhere to go. He tried to weave his way for a couple yards on the run, but he's dropped for a loss on the play of about 5 yards. And that is going to bring up 4th and long for the Rangers, 4th and 26. Jacob Hahn, who sat out a play, comes back on the field, and he will do the kicking for the Rangers. Under 4 minutes now, 3:35 left to go in the ballgame, 53-28, Lake City on top. Hahn in punt formation. Lake City has one return man back about the 35. Here's the kick. And travels out of bounds. Actually hit out of bounds, but they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line of Manton, where Lake City will take over 1st and 10.
Coach, at this point in the game, 3:13 left to go in the 4th. Rangers going back on defense. We're looking for a highlight to end on so we can carry that momentum into the next week and continue our Highland Conference play. Lake City's looking like they're going to be another contender for the title this year. They've got a good squad they've had for years. They got the good, they got that good foundation there, and they made the changes that they needed to make. They couldn't get the ball to Marion in the air, so they brought him into the backfield, and that was a change and a spark for their offense, and it's done well for them.
Yep. Spread formation for the Trojans, and new quarterback, number 8, Tyler McGinnis in there. He keeps it himself around the right end, and he's got very close to the 10 yards for the first down. We'll check on the spot, but it's very close. They're going to say a little bit short. 2nd and short for Lake City after the 9-yard run.
Given the backup quarterback coach some snaps here late in the game.
Did not risk a handoff, just kept it himself. Again, McGinnis, quarterback in the shotgun, has one setback to his left. Here's a snap. Brings it to his left this time. Again, not looking to hand off, keeping it himself. He's got an opening down the left side. He may take it, and he is into the end zone. Tyler McGinnis.
40 yards?
48 yards out for another Lake City score.
Coach, is that 40 or 48 yards?
You're right. I was going from the original line of scrimmage, but take away 9 from that. So 39-yard touchdown run from Tyler McGinnis. Now the try for extra point. Hernandez once again in there. 59-28. Lake City on top, pending the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is no good as it goes wide left this time, leaving our score at 59-28 with 2:19 left to go in the ballgame. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds.
Is this right for me? Manton has thrown an interception. They have like -4 rushing yards for this quarter. Starts here, right? They got a 1. That's a -5, I think. So I have it as a -5.
Yeah. Rick Swanson and Jordan Shepler from Manton. Lake City ready to kick off following the touchdown. And here's the kick. This time goes deep. It hits about the 12, takes a Lake City bounce, comes to rest at the 5, picked up by Regneris, looking for some running room, out to about the 15. Looked like he was waiting for it to go out of bounds, but it just settled there and did not go out of bounds.
Yep, just kind of hung out there just inside the sideline, and he was forced to pick it up.
So the ball is at the 18-yard line of the Rangers. They have the ball first down. 2:13 left to go in the game. 59-28, Lake City on top after Manton led this one at halftime 15-12. A tale of a couple different halves, that's for sure. Here's a snap to Helsel, handoff to Jacob Hahn, cuts off right tackle. Good yardage, brought down at about the 31-yard line. And that should be first down yardage. First down Rangers after a gain of 11 yards.
Good hard run by Hahn around the right side, lowering his shoulder, getting the last couple of yards that he needed to finish out the first down, and Rangers have moved the sticks here late in the 4th.
Here's a snap. Helsel hands off to Hahn, took it left, now cut it back over the middle, and gets a gain of about 4 yards out to the 35-yard line. And it will be second down for the Rangers as we now are at the 1:45 mark left in the ballgame. Second down and 7. Spread formation, Helsel shotgun as we have seen all night long. Helsel with the ball. Hands off again to Hahn, right up the middle, looking for some running room. Gets out over the 40-yard line to the 42. And that could be another first down, depending on the spot. And it is Manton first down after a gain of 8.
Couple good pieces of running from Hahn there, Coach, getting out there, finishing his runs, lowered, ending up with forward motion and getting those extra yardage that we need.
Here's a snap. Helsel drops back, looking deep over the middle. The ball is out there and caught inside the 20-yard line. Had to go up and battle the defender that time.
Nice.
Is that McKernan?
Yeah, nice catch by
Lucas McKernan on the reception. And the Rangers have the ball inside the 20-yard line at the 19, first down. With 1 minute left to go in the game. So like you said, Jordan, it'd be nice to end on a positive note. Put this thing in from 19 yards out. Here's a snap. Helsel takes it. Hands off to Hahn. This time no place to go. Drop for a yard loss on the play. It'll be second down and 11. Down to 40 seconds left. Rangers not in a big hurry. 30 seconds. Here's the snap. Helsel drops back. Look to his right. Pass is completed to Regneris down to the 12-yard line. Give him a gain of about 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 3, but we're down under 15 seconds. They may get another play off if they hustle. 8 seconds. Here comes the snap. Helsel's got it. Looking into the end zone, heaves it up and intercepted by Lake City, and they simply down it. And that is the end of the ball game. Our final score tonight here from Manton, the Lake City Trojans 59 and the Manton Rangers 28. After a timeout, we'll be back to recap the scoring. We'll give you final statistics, We'll hand out our Ranger game ball, select our Ranger drive of the game, and let you know what's up next on the Manton Ranger football schedule. Stay with us. We will be back in 2 minutes.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team, making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Lutke is the right combination of experience, service, knowledge, and old-fashioned honesty. By providing a full range of forestry equipment services through 3 strong divisions: Lutke Equipment, Lutke Hydraulics, and Lutke Forest Products. Lutke can offer their customers the very best service, price, and always top quality products from a company that knows the challenges that loggers face every day. They offer the top brands with a full line of steel products, Traeger grills, and a full service hydraulic and machine shop for all of your everyday needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 231-824-9506.
Don's Auto Clinic, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and High Point GMC Cadillac continue to grow together to serve you better. Our staffs are a group of hardworking individuals who, just like you, get the job done every day by showing the dedication and determination to teamwork. You will not find a more dedicated team, making the car or truck buying experience more seamless and easy. Locally owned dealerships, proud to support all local high school sports. We're behind you all the way.
Cadillac Java and Java 2 is the place to be for all things delicious. Java is a specialty drive-through coffee shop offering fresh espresso, premium coffees, frozen, iced, and blended drinks, ice cream, chai teas, and their most popular item, the frozen hot chocolate. And what goes great with amazing drinks? Flavorful treats like bagels, muffins, donuts, and more. Cadillac Java has 2 convenient locations to serve you at 725 North Mitchell Street and at 6319 East M115 in Cadillac West. Cadillac Java and Java 2. Big town gourmet taste with a small town personal feel.
Welcome back. Rick Swanson with Jordan Shepler from the Manton High School Athletic Complex, where the Rangers have opened the home portion of the 2019 football schedule. Tonight, the Rangers have dropped one to the Lake City Trojans by the score of 59-28. With the win, Lake City is now 1-1 overall, 1-0 in conference play after 2 weeks, while Manton stands 0-2 overall and 0-1 in the Highland Conference. We'll go through a recap of the scoring, especially if you joined us late. Let me give you a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 touchdowns. So bear with me, and we'll get some people's names out there that did the scoring tonight. No scoring through about the first 10, 11 minutes of the ball game. But then things started to happen. Manton was the first on the board as they recorded a safety against Lake City. And with about 1:10 left to go in the first quarter, Manton was up 2-0. They took the ensuing kick. Lake City had to kick it right back to them. And on the very first play, Lane Helsel hit Isaac Graydon on a 46-yard pass for a touchdown. The kick was blocked, but with 58 seconds to go in the first quarter, Manton led it 8-0. That's how it stood at the end of the quarter. In the second quarter, Lake City got their first points of the ball game on an 8-yard run from quarterback Hunter Bisball. The extra point kick was no good, and with 8:38 left to go in the first half, Lake City had trimmed Manton's lead to 2 at 8-6. On Manton's very next possession, they got a 35-yard touchdown pass from Helsel to Jacob Hahn. The extra point was good. And Manton was up 2 scores at 15-6 with 7:49 left to go in the first half. The last score came from Lake City with 5:59 left to go in the first half. A 53-yard pass from Bisball to Butkovich. The extra point was no good. And that's the way it ended up at the first half break. 15-12, Manton on top. Might be hard to believe when you look at the final score how Lake City came back, but at halftime, the Manton Rangers were on top 15-12. Now for second half scoring, Lake City got on the board on a 12-yard run from Ben Marion. The kick was good. With 5:57 left to go in the third quarter, Lake City had their first lead of the ball game at 19-15. Lake City scored on their next possession, a 74-yard pass from Bisball to Butkovich. Kick was good. With 4:30 left in the third quarter, 26-15. Lake City on top. Lake City scored again following an interception on a 31-yard run from Pedler. The kick was good with 2:59 left to go in the third. Lake City led it 33-15. Manton then got on the board in the second half on an 80-yard pass from Helsel to Cole Regneris. The kick was good, and with 2:06 left in the third, Manton pulled within 11 at 33-22. But on the very next possession, Ranger defense just could not stop Lake City in that third quarter. Ben Marion scored on a 17-yard run. The kick was good, and with 29 seconds left in the quarter, Lake City led it 40-22. This time it took Manton 12 seconds to score. They got an 80-yard run on the first play following the Lake City kickoff from Jacob Hahn. The kick was no good, but with 17 seconds left in the quarter, Manton had pulled within 12 at 40-28. But in the fourth quarter, it was all Lake City. They scored 3 times with 7 minutes left to go in the game. They scored on a 43-yard pass to Butkovich. Kick was no good, making the score 46-28 Lake City. Then on their next score, they got a 2-yard run from Marion following a Manton fumble back inside the 5-yard line. The kick was good with 5:18 left to go. Lake City led it 53-28. And to round out the scoring tonight, Lake City got a 39-yard touchdown run from McGinnis, who was in for Bisbal at quarterback. The kick was no good, and with 2:19 left to go, the final points were put on the board, making it 59-28, which is our final score here tonight. Wow. Turn it over to Jordan for some numbers, which are probably pretty impressive.
You want a drink of water?
Yeah.
So to recap the stats per quarter, halves and finals, in the first quarter, the Rangers had 29 yards rushing, 90 yards passing. Second quarter, 13 yards rushing, 57 yards passing. Third quarter, Rangers come out and threw the ball for 70, or ran the ball 79 yards, threw the ball for 93. Fourth quarter, things kind of slowed down for the Rangers, throwing the ball or running the ball only 19 yards, throwing the ball for 45, with a total of 140 rushing yards and total of 285 yards passing on 13 of 21. And for the Trojans in the first quarter, they had 36 yards rushing and 22 yards passing. Second quarter, 43 yards rushing, 88 yards passing. Third quarter, 173 yards rushing and 74 yards passing. And in the fourth quarter, 53 yards rushing and 50 yards passing, totaling on the rushing end for the Trojans, 305 yards rushing and throwing the ball 7 of 19 for 234 yards.
A lot of numbers, of course, in a high-scoring game like this. When you're going to put over 80 points up on the board between the two schools, you've got some offense taking place. But what a difference, Jordan, tonight in the first half to the second half. The Rangers played a pretty decent first half of football, led it the entire first half, and 15-12 at halftime. And we were hoping that, of course, would give them some incentive. It would pick up their momentum a little bit, give them some encouragement, give them some hope against this strong Lake City team. But boy, it just shifted in that second half, and I don't know if we came out a little flat and Lake City just decided to pick it up, maybe a little bit of both. But my goodness, there was no stopping Lake City in that second half.
I do think it was a little bit of both, and I do think that the Rangers came out flat and slow, and then they just kind of, for lack of better words, got popped in the mouth with a consistent touchdown, back to back for the Trojans. And, that'll wear on your defense, and then you lose your confidence. And everything that we did in the first half that was good, you kind of forget about because you're in the moment now, So one thing I want to touch on is after totaling those numbers, Coach, we were 36 yards shy of 1,000 yards of offense tonight.
Combined.
Wow. 964 yards of offense.
What also happened as Lake City got rolling is the Rangers at times got a little frustrated, which led to some penalties, which just can't happen. You got to keep your head about you as you move forward. But we did see some of the same things from last week. The penalties just have to be cut down. The turnovers have to be cut down. But moving forward, those are things that they can take care of. Those are things that can be corrected. And Coach Solani's going to do his best to keep them moving in the right direction, that's for sure.
I would agree, Coach, that most of the Rangers' struggles tonight are self-inflicted in things that we can control. So I think moving forward, that's a positive. That the things that we're having trouble with is things that we can control and things that we can fix. So I expect Solani to go out and work on that and make that happen while we continue our Highland stretch here. So for Ranger game balls, Coach, I have two. I have Raiden with his doing the wide receiver thing tonight. He was extremely fast. He did real well out there, outrunning some of the defenders prior to his injury. So that's one thing I'm going to try to touch on midweek with Solani, see his progress, and we'll have that pregame for you next Friday. And then Lane Helsel, not only on the offensive end with throwing the ball, but they tried to attack him defensively multiple times. 6 times I counted tonight for passes that are over 20 yards, and not once did he allow a completion. So for him to be able to go out there defensively and play a game like that and then get his wits about him and run an offense, Coach, I think that's pretty impressive.
Yep, certainly was. And for the Ranger drive of the game tonight, I'm going to go with one early on in the ball game. It actually was not a scoring drive because the Rangers turned it over on downs, but it's the longest sustained drive we have seen in 2 weeks from this Ranger offense. Back in the first quarter, before there were any points on the board, the Rangers put together a 12-play drive starting on their own 40-yard line, did end up turning it over on downs, and that's another time right there where a score would have certainly got them off on the right track. They did end up scoring a safety on Lake City's next possession, but they were down on that end of the field and turned it over on downs. But it's the most sustained drive, and it was the most sustained drive of the night for the Rangers. And when they don't have some sustained drives, they're going to lose the time of possession big time against these opponents, and we saw that last week.
Yeah, and that's the same thing, Coach. Everything that we touched on in week 1 that you've seen in the scrimmage is still all trickling down. So things that we've noticed in the scrimmage and things that I think Solani's out there trying to fix is that they're just not quite fine-tuned and they're not tweaked enough yet. And, but I do see a difference between last week and this week. I mean, we played a good team last week. We played a good team this week, and there is still positives out there. We're not going out there. We're not getting snowballed. You know what I mean? They're putting up a fight and such. So I look for some positives next week, and hopefully can get it in the win column.
Well, let's look ahead to next week. The Rangers will be back on the road, traveling to Everett to take on the Wildcats in another Highland Conference matchup. That will be Friday night, September 30th, Manton and Everett. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock. We will be there at about 6:40 with our pregame. So those of you that are listening, spread the word. If people ask, we are not on the actual radio, but they can pick us up at 107thedrive.com on any electronic device connected to the internet, computer, iPad, phone. They can pick up Manton Ranger football.
That means worldwide.
Worldwide. You're exactly right. And we get comments from people all over the country that listen to us. Former students that live in different states. My son, for example, lives in Tennessee. He'll pick us up. It's kind of neat to hear from those people, and they get a chance to still listen to Manton football games.
One thing I want to touch on, Coach, is next Friday you said the game is on September 30th. That's the 13th. So next Friday is in Everett on the 13th.
I'm sorry, did I say 30th?
Yeah, that's why I was pointing
Maybe
out.
I was trying to avoid Friday the 13th. Maybe I didn't want to say that. But
I'd tell you what, we're not going to be in Everett till 1 in the morning. I can promise you that.
No, I hope not. You're exactly right. Next Friday, the 13th, Manton goes to Everett. We want to thank again our sponsors of Manton Ranger football this season. They are Lucky Forest Products of Manton, Cadillac Java and Java 2, Boswick's Drugstore in downtown Manton, Don's Auto Clinic, High Point Cadillac GMC, Manton Booster Club, the Wexford Missaukee Career Tech Center, and the 308 Pub and Grill in Manton. If you get the chance, please express your appreciation of their support. If you would like to help support Ranger football broadcasts, we would love to have you join the team. Please call 231-876-1079 for information on how you can also be a sponsor of local high school sports. That's 231-876-1079. Jordan, I'll throw it back to you one more time. Just your final thoughts on the night and for the Rangers moving forward.
Well, Coach, I really hope the kids have a short memory. I mean, that's what it takes in this sports when you come out here and you lose a tough game like we did tonight. Get a short memory, get back to the grind, get some new things implemented this week, and go out and always look forward. Like Coach always says, next play, next play. Well, now we're next game. You know, we need to get to that next game. We need to get a win. We need to get some confidence under our belt and make things happen next week. So it'll be interesting to see what else happened in the Highland tonight. We'll definitely be able to cover that next week too, pregame, and touch base as to where, maybe McBain and what happened tonight between Pine River and Everett. And so we'll be able to look forward to see maybe what the Rangers can do and what we can learn from Pine River to see where maybe their weak parts are and what we can do to win. So,
exactly.
Well, I appreciate you having me, and it's a good home opener for the Rangers here. We had a nice crowd, and I'll see you next week.
All righty. That's going to do it from Manton this evening. This is Rick Swanson along with Jordan Shepler, and back in the studio control room, Allie DeClaire sitting in for us tonight. And we hope you'll tune in next Friday when the Manton Rangers travel to Everett to take on the Wildcats. Once again, the final score tonight, the Lake City Trojans 59 and the Manton Rangers 28.
This live stream of Manton Rangers football on 1071thedrive.com has been sponsored by the 308, Bostix Drugstore, Don's Auto Clinic and High Point Cadillac GMC, Lucky Forest Products, the Manton Booster Club, and the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center. Join us next time for Manton Rangers football on 1071thedrive.com.